I tell y'all what, man. The world is getting to be a scary, scary place when you can't send your kids to school not knowing if they might not come back home, man. You got another school shooting, man. Except this time it was in Nashville, Tennessee. This shit is so crazy that nowadays you got these kids that wake up every fucking day and they ain't trying to live past the age of 14, 15 years old, man. A lot of people that sit back and they don't understand that the gang culture on took over the youth mind in this world, man. These young motherfuckers will shoot you or shoot at you no matter where you at just to have some rank in a gang that they call their family, man. A lot of these motherfucking little kids out here are misled and guided by gangs and gang members because their mamas and daddies let them down and they looking for somebody to love them, man. A lot of motherfucking children fall in the hands of evil people because their parents turn their back on them or their parents neglect them in being a parent, man. You gotta be a parent before you can be a friend, man. Sometimes you gotta sit your children down and have a conversation with them, and sometimes you gotta sit them down and put your motherfucking hands on them and let them know that if they get out of pocket, you got somewhere they can go, man. And when your child start walking in the house with gang colors on and started acting like they grown at age 14 years old and you don't put a stop to that, then you got your motherfucking self set up for a bigger failure in life, man. I can tell you this from my past experience, just by me going to prison and me having a motherfucking murder charge at 17 years old, that I know it was shameful as fuck when my mama and my family members looked at TV and it was breaking news and they showed my picture, man. A lot of people don't understand that when you do a lot of things in the world and shame your family, especially the ones that go to work and get up and try to make a good living for you, and you still make the bullshit decisions you make in the street. A lot of motherfuckers do have good parents and good environments, but they choose to want to run around in the streets and be like the next motherfucker, man. You got these little kids up in the school in Antioch, Tennessee, which I live in Tennessee, man. These folks are literally walking around in the streets with motherfucking guns with switches on them and shooting at each other on motherfucking sight, man. It was two kids wounded and one died, man, in Nashville, Tennessee. Two female students in Antioch High School lost their motherfucking life because two little boys running around gang and shooting at each other on sight, man. The little boy that started the motherfucking shooting was chasing one of the little boys until he chased him into the high school. People don't understand that if you shoot at a motherfucker, you gotta finish a motherfucker. But it's getting ridiculous to the point where it's like the old Wild Wild West where these kids running around with guns and masks, man. These kids are so out of control that a motherfucker need to start charging the parents, man. A motherfucker needs to start charging their parents when they kids running around in the streets, breaking in folks' houses and cars, breaking in folks' motherfuckers. They need to start treating these motherfucking juveniles like they're adults. They need to stop minimizing the age bracket and saying that if you 14, 15 years old, you don't have the mindset as an adult. If you carrying a motherfucking gun running around in the streets up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, fucking grown women selling dope, then you's a grown ass motherfucker. You understand the consequences if you kill somebody or if you go to jail, man. I get so tired of motherfuckers talking about that a juvenile mind ain't developed enough to understand the consequences, man. If you popping a motherfucking gun at somebody or robbing, stealing from somebody, you know what the consequences is. You know that if them motherfucking white folks in them police cars don't get you, the motherfucker that you breaking in car gonna bury you, man. Motherfuckers need to start teaching these young motherfuckers in the world that a motherfucker ain't scared of them, man. Start teaching these motherfuckers a lesson and let their parents know that if you really loved your child, you would have taught your child better, man. You wouldn't have let your child run around and break in folks' houses and cars and bring them stolen goods up in your motherfucking house, man. You wouldn't let your motherfucking child at 13, 14 years old come in the house at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning like they grown, man. I think that a lot of motherfuckers need to step back and look in the mirror and realize that they the reason their child so fucked up, man. I tell you this, man. I was watching the thing about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump was talking about stopping the food stamps. I know it's a lot of individuals in the world that benefit from food stamps and being able to feed their kids. But I say that if you able to get up in the morning and you able to work, then you shouldn't get food stamps, man. If you ain't disabled and not able to work, you shouldn't get a motherfucking check at the beginning of the month. If you able to get up and go to work, you shouldn't be living in no project, man. Motherfuckers don't understand that projects was built for motherfuckers to have a stepping stone and move on in life, man. A lot of these nothing ass motherfuckers don't camped out in the project generation after generation and generation and don't know no better, man. Projects was never meant for a motherfucker to live in for generation after generation, man. I think that if they knock down every motherfucking project in the United States, they'll solve a lot of motherfucking crimes, man. And then every young motherfucking female or mama or daddy that live in something that the government paying for, if your motherfucking child or significant other commit a crime, they need to put you in that motherfucker out. Because there's too many nothing ass females letting these known ass gang members and thugs and gang members come and lay up in the motherfucking houses and projects that governments motherfuckers pay for out their taxes, man. Motherfuckers don't understand this, but most of the crime in projects come from females, man. Females bring niggas from all sides of the motherfucking state, the country, and the world, man. Females bring nothing ass motherfuckers that's gang members from one part of the town knowing they live in a gang infested area where they live at, man. I feel sorry for every motherfucking that lay up in the bed and make a baby over and over and over and over and over with a whole bunch of nothing ass motherfuckers, man. It ain't my fault that you laid up and had 6, 7 babies with 6, 7 nothing ass niggas that you knew was going to prison, man. It ain't my motherfucking responsibility as a taxpayer to foot the bill for 7, 8 nothing ass motherfucker that you let nut up in you, man. You didn't let me fuck you, so I ain't your motherfucking baby daddy. These hoes and motherfucking nothing ass females in the world think that Uncle Sam is they motherfucking baby daddy, man. They think that a motherfucker supposed to take care of them and they motherfucking sperm babies because they didn't make good decisions and lay in the bed with a motherfucker that had common sense, man. These motherfuckers are lay in the bed with a nothing ass nigga and make a baby knowing that he has a nothing ass nigga and ain't taking care of the 4, 5 motherfucking babies got before. I think that if a motherfucking female go down there and file for child support on a motherfucker and you find out the baby ain't yours, they need to put that bitch in jail. Cause it ain't no motherfucking question that if you gotta do 5, 6 motherfucking DNA tests like we on the Moore Povich show to find out who your baby is, who your baby dad is, then bitch you was doing too much fucking, you nasty motherfucker. You was doing so much motherfucking fucking that you don't even know who the fuck nutted in you at the time of your motherfucking baby, man. I keep telling motherfuckers I ain't got no sympathy for no nothing ass motherfucking female or no male, man. If you laying around in the project got sucked up housing and waiting on a motherfucking check every month, you's a nothing ass bitch and a nothing ass nigga, man. Ain't ain't no motherfucking question that if you can go shake your ass at the club every motherfucking week, bitch, you can go shake your ass at a strip club and get some money and get off them motherfucking food stamps, hoe. Hoes sit back and let motherfuckers think that somebody gonna take care of them forever because they got a hole between their legs. But when a motherfucker realize that pussy is pussy and it don't make no motherfucking difference what kind of pussy it is, then a motherfucker realize that pussy ain't gonna buy no motherfucking food or no clothes. You can't go in the store and put your pussy on the counter and tell them folks you want to pay for them groceries. You can't go in the motherfucking store and put your pussy on the counter and buy no clothes. So pussy is only worth what another motherfucker willing to pay for. Motherfuckers out here literally be talking about they pussy worth $1 million. Bitch, if your pussy worth $1 million, bitch, I want to see what $1 trillion will get me, motherfucker. Cause bitch, your pussy ain't worth nothing but a hot wig and a smile from some other nigga, man. That's what I tell motherfuckers, man. You can sit there and whine and dine a motherfucking female and give it your all and put all your money in that motherfucker, but there's some nigga sitting around and they giving that bitch a dime to swallow that cum, man. It's a nigga sitting back fucking that same bad bitch for free. For free. While you sitting there paying that bitch, another nigga drilling it off for free. That's why I say, man, money don't make you real. Money don't make you no motherfucking handsome ass nigga. We seen that with Biggie, Fat Joe, Boosie. A bitch will fuck a motherfucking orangutan if that motherfucker got some money, man. A bitch don't got no standards when it come to money, man. A bitch will fuck an orangutan and marry a motherfucking baboon if that motherfucker buy her a Birkin purse, man. A bitch would suck a motherfucking dick if he came out the motherfucking gutter and been playing basketball all day if that motherfucker a trap star in the hood, man. Just to say that she a part of a motherfucker that got money, man. I was taught that you don't never ever give a motherfucker something that they didn't earn, man. I ain't never gonna let a motherfucker take something from me and I don't give them something. I'm telling you this, man. If I give a bitch 102 for some pussy, that bitch better pack her lunch because it's a long motherfucking night. You can believe that. Ain't no hump and pump and none of that type of shit, bitch. I'm going in every hole, even your ear hole, motherfucker. I keep telling motherfuckers, man, the world ain't ready for a motherfucker like me that gonna keep it real at all motherfucking costs, and I ain't gonna bite my tongue, man. I've been there, done that, and fucked all type of bad bitches, and bitches believe this, I don't make plenty of bread and still getting bread. You know what I mean? I trip off these motherfuckers in the world, man. I trip off these folks. There's too many motherfuckers in the world that think they shit don't stink when they shit smell worse than a motherfucking manure factory, man. It's just that they get mad when another motherfucker point their shit out and say, bitch, you know you wrong. They get mad when a real motherfucker get on the internet and tell them folk that they some hoe ass cowards and sucker motherfuckers and they doing wrong shit in the world and they be punished, man. There's a lot of motherfucking athletes and entertainers in the world that do fuck shit every day and motherfuckers scared to say something because they scared of being sued. You can't be sued when you tell the truth about them fools. And if you do, guess what? That make it even better for you. I tell you this, man. The world is coming to a point where if you walk out your house, you better have that motherfucking gun on your hip and have that motherfucking extra clip in your pocket. It don't get to the point where when you walk out your house, you better have your gun on your hip and an extra clip in your pocket, man. Because these motherfuckers in the world think that every motherfucker gonna constantly keep letting them take shit from them without motherfucker taking a bullet with them, man. I promote that if a young motherfucker, old motherfucker, any dumb motherfucker that feel like they can take something from you, come up on you, you put that motherfucker in a bag and put him to sleep, man. Don't ever give a motherfucker a reason to make you a victim. To make you a victim when you should make them motherfuckers a GoFundMe, baby, man. I'm just saying, man. You got these motherfuckers in the world right now. They got this mass deportation going on. And a lot of people ain't even sitting back really even paying attention to what's really going on. They just want to complain and complain and complain and complain about something that can't be stopped. You got people that's on TV crying and whining about they've been in the country for 25, 30 years and they know they undocumented. If you've been in the country for 25, 30 years and you ain't even never tried to go down there and file the paperwork to become a motherfucking citizen, then you deserve to be put on that van and deported. You deserve, man. And the reason why a motherfucker would be in a country and don't want to register as a motherfucking human being is because they got something to hide in their past, man. They don't want to file for asylum because if they do, they got to put their real name, and then them folks going to contact the country they from and ask them, who is this motherfucker, man? Then they going to shoot a picture to them folks and say, is this motherfucker, man? And when that picture come back and they say that ain't that motherfucker, man, that's when them folks say, y'all, you tried us, man. A lot of people don't understand this. Most of these motherfucking undocumented people that come into America with already falsified documents and paperwork, man. Them folk come into the United States with fake documents with their names ain't what their names is, man. So if you come into a country with the intention of hiding who the fuck you is from the beginning, that should let you know you on some fuck shit, man. People don't understand that's how 9/11 started and a lot of homegrown terrorists started. It's called the Trojan horse, man. Hiding in motherfucking plain sight and ready to take you out when they need to, man. That's what motherfuckers don't, people don't sit back and see nothing and holler out, oh, these are undocumented people and this and that and they ain't done nothing. What about the undocumented people that have raped, robbed, killed old ladies, done so many horrible things and went on trial and couldn't even speak English, man? What about them people, man? What about the people that lost their life to undocumented people because somebody dropped the ball and let them folks sneak across that border? What happened to the people speaking up for the victims? The real motherfucking victim is the people that lost their life to undocumented people because the government failed to motherfucking let them folks cross that border, man. Do you not realize how silly America sound? Do you not realize how stupid motherfuckers look when you call yourself a true American born in America and you out here fighting for rights for motherfuckers you don't even know? When motherfuckers in America like African Americans been fighting for their rights and still ain't got all their rights for hundreds of years. Motherfuckers in America need to get their priorities right, man. They need to realize that you need to fix what's at home before you try to fix what's abroad, man. It's enough hungry, starving individuals in America for a motherfucker to be shipping money over to other countries trying to feed kids, man. It's enough starving motherfucking kids in America that you need to worry about before you start trying to feed other countries, man. Before I ever build a school in Ghana or any other motherfucking country, I build a billion schools in America, man. I ain't gonna never ever fight for no motherfucking rights except the rights for the motherfuckers that I grew up with. The Americans that I grew up with under the Constitution, that's the ones I'm fighting for. I ain't fighting for no motherfucking rights for no motherfucker that I don't even know their real name. I ain't fighting for no motherfucking rights and taking no chance of going to jail, standing in front of no motherfucking ICE to do their job when they need to do their job. Because these folk came across the border, some of them came across the border with fucked up and bad intentions, man. And a lot of motherfuckers don't even sit back and realize that you in a world of danger when you got so many people around you and you don't know who they is, man. These folk cross the border with fake documentation, fake names, but they say they running from somebody that they scared of. Why you coming to America with fake motherfucking names and your name ain't Jose, your name is Julio? Julio, the motherfucking rapist that was in your little town in Mexico, man. That's what a motherfucker don't understand, man. Them folks literally, when the Democrats opened up the border and said that they were gonna let all immigrants in, a lot of these countries opened up their mental hospitals and prisons and let them folk go, man. Because they rather let a motherfucking another country have their problems where they ain't got to worry about that sick motherfucker running around raping women in their city, because guess what? America let that motherfucker in and said, come on in, we gonna help you be free again. How the fuck can you be so motherfucking eager to fight for the rights of motherfuckers when motherfuckers in America that might have committed a crime 20, 30 years ago can't even bear arms and protect their family because of a motherfucking joint or something in 1985. But a motherfucking undocumented alien can come over and be over in 6 motherfucking months and walk in a pawn shop without a social security number and buy a gun. And y'all wonder why so many foreigners have shoot 'em up bang bangs and be able to kill Americans. Y'all made it easy for them to kill Americans. Y'all make it easy with your gun laws. You make it easy with your immigration laws. You make it easier for them folks to kill Americans. I ain't gonna never sit back and think that why is this going on and why is this going on when I already sit back and I can see it. I see the writing on the wall. I knew when Democrats was in power that them folks were gonna fuck up, man. History tells you anytime that the Democrats got control of the motherfucking president and the Senate, there's some fuck shit finna go on. Them folk finna raise taxes, them folk finna steal money, them folk finna try to let every motherfucking undocumented person into the country because they felt like that they could have built up a motherfucking ground. Them motherfuckers let them undocumented people in so they could vote. Then they came up with voting rights for undocumented people. How the fuck can a person that you don't even got a social security number cast a vote? How? If you ain't even got a social security number, you don't even exist, man. If you don't have a social security number, you don't exist in America, man. If you don't have a social security number in America in 1979, 1980, 1990, you couldn't go into the DMV and get a driving license. You couldn't go into the bank and get a motherfucking bank account without a social security number, man. But nowadays, you can do what the fuck you want without a social security number, and them folks wonder why. Them folks wonder why it's so much violence in America, why so many people are able to harm the motherfucking people in America, and then they find out they're undocumented. It's because y'all let them in, man. It's because while y'all was out there fighting for the rights of undocumented people, them folks were plotting and planning how to kill motherfucking documented people. Fuck you, man. That's just the real shit.